The mellifluous tune of birds chirping, whisper of wind as they gust through the branches of trees, and the rustling of leaves, and a golden beam of sunlight over the horizon as they pierced through my eyelids, enough to force them open after hours of darkness. Night has gone and a new day has arrived. As I observed through the window, staring intently at the blossoming of flowers in the garden, natural instincts of immensure regret filled through me. It is now fall, where a very good friend of mine, who is now a new governor of our country, agreed to meet again every year in the same season. It is now the time for me to set out. The sight of refreshing scene of water below gushing through the length of the river and a clear blue sky stretching through the horizon supported by dozens of hills had never made me once regret living in the most rural part of the most modernized country in the world. After journeying further ahead, enjoying splendid views of nature, I saw first signs of life. Who would have thought children waking up in this time and playing games with each other? I went to observe as men were trying to finish their errands in opening their restaurants for people to have their morning meal. The women were doing laundry for her family. Without realizing it, I drifted into a moment of deep thought. These people have been working like this every single day of their life, but they had never seemed to complain of tiredness. Instead, they always give inviting smiles to customers. Was that one of the elements that contributes to this country to be one of the best centuries ever lived by our civilization? And with that, I continued on my trip to the city. Noticing the increasing amount of population, villagers running with carriages in correlation with the bustling commotions of the markets reminds me of the closeness to the main city gate. Carriages, carts, potteries reminds me of being centered in one of the most modern cities in the world. Due to our beloved and wise emperor openness to trade and ideas from the world. Now, the difference between natural beauties of an urban city compared to a rural city changed drastically. Anyone would appreciate the colorful sceneries of the four seasons given by the heaven and earth in rural cities, where to me, the art of these beauties in an urban city was described by people or population. Art is the literally description of our life, to note our history and the beautiful scenery this world could possibly give. Looking up the sky, imagination started forming descriptions as a form of art affected by the winds, birds flying in clusters, sparkling the sky in life. This form of beauty is indeed worth of appreciation. Beautiful writings of calligraphy were hung in every merchant shop houses, displaying proud affections for the most popular form of art in their country. Sounds of children reciting famous poetry, songs played nearby, and laughter from villagers do make people envious of such comfortable and warm feel of unity, whether inside, hearing, or heart. Soon we met again. After waiting for long seasons to pass, we embrace ourselves, letting out tears as it reminds us of the history of our successful past. After what seems to be a year, we decided to get on the passenger boat, filled with delicious looking dishes of meat and jugs of wine. We started out floating through the city to the outskirts of the town, leaving the bus behind. Below, the clear blue water became calm, with colorful fishes swimming through, creating tiny waves. Above, clear blue skies with thin clouds looming over to shade us from the piercing golden glow from the sun. Our minds were calm as we laughed, with meats and wine filling our mouth to our heart's content as we talked about the past. Sailors and servants playing beautiful musical tunes with their voice and instruments, using our bodies from hard work we have had this year. The sun was going down to the other end of the world, relieving dark, calming darkness, And as we were setting back to the dock, my friend asked, when last did nature given me such an enjoyable peacefulness? Will we be able to enjoy this feeling again? Then I realized with my half-conscious and drunk mind now that the time that has already passed will not come back for us. Sadly, this is our mortal life. We can never live long enough to see the world with our naked eyes. Hence, understanding it will be our only option. Who knows if we could never enjoy the world in our afterlife? Understanding the views and the cycle of life might lead us to fulfill the maximum capacity of knowledge we have of this living world. Unfortunately, the only sight we cannot take our deathbed is the sight of our breathtaking natural beauty from the earth. As we landed on dock, my dear friend led me back to the path through the city gate. We see firecrackers lit by children sparkle through the night, marking the end of the day. Adults singing and having dinner, scholars and nobles gulping wine to relieve their stress from the day. What an autumn night! Sadly, reaching the city gate, we parted, agreeing the location of the next place we were gonna meet. From a wild nightlife in the city to an eerie darkness of a village gave me the sense of quietness. Walking through the sand floors, watching the peaceful shadows of blowing branches and the sight of big white round-shaped moon lurking over me, thoughts, memories, and happiness flew through my mind. This is almost the end of autumn as cold breeze took over. What would the next season bring? Instead, what expectedness would the future of our lives bring to us? That will have to depend on our fate. Thank you.